That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
Diddy's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. I think he's probably going to get.
Think he's insane though?
I don't know. I don't even think it matters. I mean, it's a lot of it is.
But then it's just another Epstein.
There's
it's another Ghislaine Maxwell, where
there's
somebody gets indicted
cases.
and nobody else indicted for to
right
no
to,
one.
to no one. Right.
They say the number one rule of selling your soul in Hollywood is acting like it never happened. But what happens when the curtains get ripped down, the lights stay on 24/7, and the wolves you used to run with turn into the ones hunting you? Right now, the federal prison system is hiding a nightmare, and the streets are whispering that Sean Diddy Combs might not make it out alive. When Katt Williams and Joe Rogan both sound the alarm on the exact same piece of leaked footage, you don't look away. They aren't sugarcoating the reality. Diddy isn't just doing time at FCI Fort Dix, he is fighting for survival. Forget the private suites and celebrity perks. The footage exposing his day-to-day reality paints a grim picture, a hyper-crowded, open dorm unit packed with 20 men. No walls, no privacy. Just thin mattresses, blinding lights that never turn off, and a communal bathroom separated by nothing but a flimsy curtain. Word is Diddy's been trying to buy power, manipulating inmate privileges just to stretch his 15-minute phone calls into three-way lifelines to the outside world. But inside those walls, green money doesn't buy peace. The hostility started on day one. Before his transfer at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, Diddy allegedly woke up to the coldest reality check possible, a knife pressed flat against his throat. In the federal system, respect isn't requested, it's taken. Feds are different from state. Constant lockdown, constant pressure. Everybody has a blade. When you step onto that block, that weapon is your driver's license. If you don't carry it, you become a target. They moved him to Fort Dix thinking a lower security tier would cool the heat. Instead, the wolves just saw a softer target. But Joe Rogan reminded everyone, don't confuse a celebrity with a sucker. Diddy has a history of putting hands on people even when his own security was watching. That same explosive energy exploded inside the block. The breaking point leaked on July 23rd at exactly 4 p.m. An inmate pushed the wrong button, poking at old secrets and current rumors until the powder keg blew. Diddy snapped, choking the man out in a blind fury. His legal team didn't even try to dispute it. The fallout? Immediate isolation. Solitary confinement for a minimum of 30 days. 23 hours a day in a concrete box, locked away with nothing but his own thoughts. Rogan and Katt both looked at that sequence of events and realized the terrifying truth. Under this kind of unyielding pressure, something is going to break permanently, but it's not just the violence wearing him down. The latest images show a drastically altered man, haggard, drained, and rapidly losing weight. While some blame the prison diet, the streets are whispering something far heavier. The rumors circulating through the facility point toward a severe, acute health crisis tearing through the local population. The reckless, boundary-free patterns of the free world. The infamous freak-offs uncovered by federal raids with 1,000 bottles of baby oil have allegedly followed him into a crowded, resource-starved dorm setting. The consequences inside are vastly different than they were in a mansion. The most brutal blow, however, wasn't physical. It was emotional. When the news hit the inside that his ultimate industry shield, Clive Davis, was no longer pulling strings from the outside, the final illusion of safety shattered. Leaked accounts describe Diddy breaking down completely, wailing inside his unit as he realized the powerful machinery that protected him for 3 decades had completely abandoned him. The industry circle has vanished. Meek Mill is shouting "No Diddy" in the streets. Will Smith is distancing himself entirely. The high-profile cover is gone. This is exactly what Katt Williams warned us about. For years, Katt pointed out the dark corners of the industry, tracing the patterns from elite private rooms to the tragic public breakdowns of stars like Aaron Carter and Justin Bieber. Katt turned down $50 million multiple times just to keep his integrity intact, explicitly stating that when Diddy wants to party, you have to be brave enough to say no. For 3 decades, the music industry operates on an unspoken contract. Absolute power buys absolute immunity. The public gets the shiny, highly curated entertainment, while the industry insulates its elite from any real consequences. But what this script, and the public reaction to it, really highlights is the terrifying velocity of a cultural purge. Once the federal government steps in and the legal machinery begins to turn, that protective shield doesn't just crack, it vanishes instantly. The very people who once jockeyed for a seat at his table are now treating his name like radioactive waste. The transition from a luxurious, boundary-free penthouse to a stark, violent, hyper-surveilled concrete cell is the ultimate, jarring contrast. Ultimately, it exposes a grim reality about power. When you build an empire on leverage, fear, and secrecy, you don't actually leave behind a legacy or loyal allies. You just leave behind a long list of people waiting for the day they can finally watch the curtains fall. A man who once dictated the culture and controlled the room is now trapped in a concrete jungle, stripped of his power, facing constant physical threats, and isolated from the world. The internet is completely divided. Some say this is the ultimate karmic payback for decades of alleged corruption, while others wonder if the system is designed to make sure he never speaks at a trial. What do you think? Is this justice running its course, or is the pressure getting too dark? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown.